Hello everybody, this is a video of the how to change a Ford 5.4 coilover plugs. This is on the E-Van and E250, and I'm using these aftermarket. I bought this set for $35 from Amazon, and I went ahead and changed it. I put the old ones that were in there back in here since they're working but misfiring, but at least then I'll have a spare. I'll have to ohm them, see which ones were not that good. But anyways, to change the coilover plugs, obviously remove the air filter, remove these, take the bracket here out, put this plenum or this intake, take clamps off here, and once you get all this up, then you can take off the one in the back there, remove this one, and then the other dampener that's back to the hard plastic one. Take that off, put that to the side, and that'll allow you to gain access to the coils over plug on these. They're held in with a you use a 7 and 8 millimeter with a 6-inch extension. You do not have to remove, and I repeat, you do not have to remove the fuel rail to get at that. Some people do. That's a mistake. There's plenty of room to fish the cop out of there, the coilover plug. When you do that, then you can just gain access to your spark plugs. I'm using NGK spark plugs in here, and it works good. I just use a regular copper V-Power, no platinums. And make sure you be careful with the threads. I do use NIC's compound on the threads. That'll help keep them from galling and causing damage, because they do have they're not very generous, in other words, with the head on the amount of threads in there, so you want to be careful. And overall, it's fairly straightforward. This is a van, so I can remove the back engine cover or doghouse, gain access to all the back there. On the pickup truck, yeah, it's probably not too bad because you don't have this cowl over there. Once again, it's pretty straightforward. Doesn't take a whole lot to get them out. You just fish them out, and then the other thing before I forget is to make sure you use on your coil at the end here. You can see it. I got them wrapped up so I don't get all dirty again. I'm gonna pull one out. Is make sure that you put the dielectric grease in there. I coat the whole outside of these things, and maybe even put a little bit in there in the connector end, prevent corrosion. That's important because the high voltages. Make sure everything is clean. But remember, you do not have to remove. This is a 2001. You do not have to remove on this particular year the fuel rail. It all just neatly squeezes out. It's not that difficult of a task. This one's all finished, runs good. Now I'm going to be testing these aftermarket coils, so I'll give an update how that works. I mean, these are El Cheapo, $35 for the set. I ohmed them. They all ohm really close tolerance to each other, which is good. And so I'm happy that it runs okay with them. I don't want to spend $800 for a genuine Motorcraft set. And these are $35 for this van has 350,000 miles. It's not worth $800 worth of just for those basic electric parts. Even with a new one, I was still not putting no $800 worth of that in there. Now when I can test these out and see how they work. Okay, well, I guess that's it for this video. Got any questions, email me. Once again, just take this off, take the bolts off up into here, take the clamp off, and just go your way, work your way back, taking that off, so that'll gain you access to getting in here. And it turns out it's not that bad. I've done this a couple of times on these. And just fish out the cop after you take the top bolt out. And there you go. And when you do replace the plugs, make sure that you NIC's compound and gently, you don't want to strip those threads out. Okay. Any questions? Just email me.